So when it comes to building highly available applications, you've got lots of different options. And one of the resources that's really useful is the Azure Architecture Center, especially this reference architectures section here. So let's take a look at this. This will be an invaluable tool for you as you go through and build your own highly available designs here on Azure. If we scroll down and take a look, we've got a reference architecture here for a highly available web application. So if you're using the app service environment for your web applications, this might be worth looking at. And scrolling down, you can see that we've got the multi-region, multi-tier application. So this is actually a really good reference architecture to take a look at because it uses almost every single high availability design concept and service here within Azure. So basically, this is a web application. You can see that people come in over the internet to something called the Traffic Manager resource. That Traffic Manager resource is basically a DNS load balancer. And you can see here in the diagram, they're load balancing across two different Azure regions. So we've got a high availability design in the first region and the primary region. The application is also highly available in the second region. So not only do we have high availability within a single region, we can actually fail over from the primary to the secondary region, and the application is fully functional and fully architected to support 100% of the user load. But taking a look at the web tier in the primary region, for example, that's sitting behind a load balancer, an internet-facing load balancer. So we've got a set of servers there. Those servers could be in availability sets, or they could be inside of multiple availability zones. And then the web tier talks to servers in the business tier, and they interface with that using an internal load balancer. And then the business tier can talk to the SQL servers running on virtual machines that have always-on availability for database replication, and you get the idea. So in each of these two regions, we're using a lot of the things that we've looked at so far in this module, perhaps availability sets or availability zones, and we're using load balancers and the regional infrastructure, which is an important design concept. Some of these networking components like the load balancers and the VPN gateways and those things we'll take a look at later in this course. But keep in mind that the Azure Architecture Center is a great resource for you when you're building highly available applications here in Azure. So that brings us to the end of this first module, and we're just kind of getting started here. Let's move into the next video and we'll do a quick module summary.